Are you a home buyer or home seller in Pitt County, North Carolina?
Because we make these videos every single month for you to know what's going on right here, right now in our housing market. Because we live here in Pitt County, and we might watch these national news or our favorite YouTubers talking about Arizona, California, but does that factor here? So what we try to do is give you the supply and demand data here. Now, what is supply and demand? Supply is how much home sellers are going to sell their home for. Demand is how much buyers are willing to pay for the home. So price is actually going to meet in the middle, and that is where we're going to say what are the data right here, right now. That's basic supply 101. So we're going to want to break it down to me? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's why we wanted to talk about inventory rate, which was one of the factors that my wife actually explained. And we wanted to talk about recent data that we have the months that passed October, and 312 homes was active on the market. 150 of them went under the contract, and 132 actually they sold.
So when we look at 312 plus 150, that gives us 462. So that's active plus uncontracted under contract, which then divided by that sold of 132 gives us how much?
3.5 months of inventory rate.
So you can see that's what the inventory rate is right now. So there's still a seller's market because it's under 6 months of supply. It has increased a little bit overall in our county though, because the previous month was 305 for the active homes, 168 contracted homes, 173 homes sold, which gave us 2.73 months. However, now that interest rates have started to drop at the filming of this video, I would bet next month is going to change again.
And in October 2022, we had 301 homes active on the market, 138 of them that went under contract, and 170 homes actually sold in the market, which brought us to 2.58 months of supply. That meaning that our monthly supply inventory rate actually increased 35%.
Okay, so average days on the market. This is something say, hey, how hard is the market? And this kind of gives us a really quick measure of how fast homes sell. Average days in the month it just was 40 days. The previous month before that was what?
The previous months before that actually was 61 days. And last year, this time was 22 days.
So you can see it has increased a lot from last year, but it's actually decreased from the previous month. Even when interest rates are at 8%, people bought homes. So now we look at the median list price. Median list price is what they put in.
And before doing that, do you want us to do an introduction?
Yeah, we should do our introduction.
Let's hit it.
Let's hit it. Hi, it's Ali Victoria. Welcome to our Talent Podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call us all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, don't forget our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below.
And now we wanted to talk about the absorption rate.
I just hop right in.
Absorption rate actually affects also and determines that if it's a seller's buyer's market. And we see that absorption rate was 1.85 this month that passed, and 1.8 in September. Very close, but with respect to the last year, 1.36, we have a higher absorption rate.
Okay, so median list price, which is what I was trying to jump into earlier, which is how much they put into the MLS, how much the seller said, I want my home for. Median sales price tells us how much it actually sold for. So it kind of gives us a little bit. It doesn't have to be the same house. We're just looking at that middle number to see what that data is. So when we look at the middle numbers, we see median list price was $297,620. Exactly. Whereas the median sale price was what?
The sales price was $267. And then if you're looking at the month of the September, a previous month before that, $311,740 was for the list price, and $273,490 actually was the sold price.
And then the previous year, because pulling it from a longer lens really does help us. So last year it was $326.65, and then median sale price was $247. So we see median list price has gone down, but median sale price actually still increased. So that is important to know. Now let's talk about price per square foot.
Yes, this
That's
is
down
the
a dirty number.
Quick down, dirty numbers that it tells you, but of course depends on the location, condition of the homes, you need to pay attention. But for all type of home, brand new, including condo, townhouse, and single family home, we are looking at $180 per square feet.
Absolutely. That's new. And most new in Pitt County is non-condos and townhomes. Or it's a few, but most of it is going to be single family homes. That's what they're building around here. So that's where that 180 stays the same. Whereas it's different when we're talking about pre-owned townhomes, condos, duplexes. What are those selling for?
For the single new, again,
No,
180.
no, pre-owned.
Pre-owned was $153 per square feet.
Whereas pre-owned for just single-family homes alone
was $158 per square
So
feet.
therefore, you can kind of see what the differences are there. When you're buying new, it's going to be single-family, 180. But if you're looking at, let's just hypothetically say the house is 1,000 square feet, $158 for pre-owned is a pre-owned home. $158,000 for that home on average. That doesn't include a lot of factors. That's why we say this is a simple number to talk to real quickly.
Exactly. Now we wanted to talk about a little bit more about the supply, no?
Absolutely.
And if you're looking at the data for all new construction, including condo and
That's where everything
townhouse
is.
and single family home, that in Greenville, actually, we have right now a lot of townhouses brand new that are coming to the market. We have 3.2 months of the supply.
And that includes a lot of single-family homes. I don't know why he
And
said it was a
also
bunch of townhomes. It's a lot of single-family
And
homes.
also townhomes.
A couple, but single-family homes is the majority.
Yes.
Pre-owned is 1 month of supply, whereas the previous month before that,
It was
2.9.
2.9.
2.9, and previously owned was 0.9.
Exactly.
So you can see that the supply numbers are different. Now let's talk, what is mean? What is mean home value? Because we
Mean
talked
home
about that.
value was 231, 172.
234.
234.
Sorry. And then the mean home value, what I wanted him to say was mean home is when we kind of take out shacks versus mansions and we kind of look at overall numbers, so it's more weighted. So that's where he got that 234, 172, whereas the previous month before that, it was 234, 713. So it decreased a little bit month over month, but when you look at it year over year, what do we get?
We looking at month of September.
No, October last year.
October last year was 220, 813.
So that's 6.6% change. Now, what about rent?
Rent actually in Pitt County, which is actually of 12, 13 towns, it came to the average of 1450.
Okay, so that tells us quite a lot. Now we're going to quickly talk about why now's a great time beside buyers. Besides that the filming of this video, interest rates started going down. So if you want to grab something when interest rates are now down, now's the time, to be entirely honest. Other than that, watch what's going on with inventory. We told you that there's a lot of new construction and there's a lot of benefits for buying new construction. So if you can afford it, you can. And if you can't, we had to stick to pre-owned, totally fine. Love helping you. However, it's going to be a little bit more of a understanding what's going on. We have to time the market correctly. We have to make sure we're paying attention to what those prices are, and we're paying attention to what that price per square foot really is.
And the sold price, as we said, 7.88% actually increased respect to the months of September. And also, you need to look at the benefit of the owning versus the renting. That is the most important things. And of course, the circumstances of the market always changing. Interest rate goes up and down, but the value that you get, because we told you that we had over 6% actually appreciation, you're always walking with the money at the end of the day when you're a homeowner.
And plus, when you're 80 years old, you really want to be paying someone's rent. It's better to have something that you've already paid for. So it's better to pay more now a little bit when you are young and able to pay for a home, and then have something for to retire on. So there is that as well. Now let's talk about home sellers.
Exactly. The home sellers actually what we wanted to talk about.
Price.
First is price strategy.
Right.
Yes. Therefore, definitely you need to connect with your real estate agent professionals and make sure that you know what is the house in the neighborhood with the features that your house goes for, and then price it very accurately.
Second thing we want to talk about is making sure your home is staged correctly. Make sure that home, we understood $158 a square foot, but do you want to get maximum value for your home? We have to make sure that this house is beautiful. So we want to make sure that everything is going according to plan, that everything is there. Timing in the market, Thanksgiving is coming. We have to take that into consideration this month when we're selling your house. So just understand that that's there as well. But understand home prices have increased. Home prices have increased. So
Exactly. And I hope this video and podcast was useful. Don't forget to call us at 252-327-3357 and leave us a comment. Thank you for being patient, and we love to connect with you. Talk to you soon.